Well, hello, my brothers and sisters. It is that time again where we want to talk to you about a word from God, a slice of hot bread. We spoke on this past Friday morning, and we felt we just want to continue and bring it to you to let you know that God is still speaking. He has a word for us, and it's in Galatians this time, the 6th chapter, the 9th verse, that says, let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. How many times we have done something good and know that we did it to the best of our ability, and still it seemed like the devil had his hands in it. Seemed like the devil was touching or trying to interrupt it. But I want you to know that we got to understand that God is a God that keeps his promise. One of his promises that he would never, ever leave us alone. So first thing I want you to do is don't focus on the good deed or don't focus on the problem, but focus on the promise. And the promise is this: if you hold on, there's a reward. If you hold on, you're going to reap something. Look, too many times do we not hold on. We're distracted by different things. We try our best to block out situations, but when it knocks at our front door, it becomes so real until it's difficult to avoid. So what am I saying to you? There comes a time that we have to really rely on God, and that is now. Really trust in him, and that is now. Learning how to trust in Jesus. Yeah, we're still learning. Even though we think we got it all figured out, we are still learning how to trust in Jesus. But listen, it says, and be not weary. That means that we're going to give you some additional information here. And I want you to, this is what Paul was saying, I want you to encourage you that even when it seems like your good isn't going to reap, even when it seems like something's incorrect about it, you just remember this, right? To hold on in good doing, in good deeds. Keep holding on to your faith. Let me tell you something. There's been a time that I have studied and looked at a butterfly. And a butterfly has its procedures that it goes through, the progress that it goes through. When it is a caterpillar, nobody wants to be around it. When it is a caterpillar, it's the ugliest thing. Nobody wants to touch it, wants to hang around it. But when it just continues to go through what it needs to go through, it turned out to be something beautiful. And it turned out to be something amazing that everybody want to look up on. I'm talking to somebody because right now you're at your caterpillar stage. And you're looking at, don't nobody want to see what's going on with me. Don't nobody want to be around me. I'm all by myself. That's just the devil tricking you, because he knows that once you get through the process, God's going to raise you up where you're going to fly, where you're going to be noticed, where you're going to be something beautiful. Somebody on this line this morning, somebody on this program watching right now know that we had our ugly stages where we felt we were doing well, and the devil still snatched the rug from up under us. He still took the world and put it on top of us instead of us being on top of the world. But I come to tell you today that we just need to hold on for it in due season. That's the catch right there. Somebody need to tell your neighbor that I'm beginning to walk in my due season. My due season is right around the corner. I'm not finna give up now. My due season is, all I need is to just hold on, because it's due season time. It's time for me, and that's the catch, people. It's time for me to walk in my season. You need to know what season you in. You don't hear me. You need to know what season you in. There's crazy people walking in seasons that they don't belong in. What are you saying? Well, I shouldn't have a raincoat on in the 90-degree weather when it's summertime. need to know what I need to put on and take off to be in my season so that I can reap the harvest. How many ready to reap? How many ready to get what God has for us? Walk in your due season so you can reap. But the key is that God's going to do his part. You got to do your part. You know what that is? You got to hold on. No matter what goes on, you got to hold on. No matter if you can't feel him no more, you got to hold on. No matter if you can't see your way, you got to hold on. Hold on, my brother. Hold on, my sister. God is going to bring us through. He has never, ever left us. Never, ever has he forsaken us, because that's the kind of God we serve. I know you've been there. I know you know what I'm talking about. Be not weary. Don't you give up. Don't you turn your back. Don't you throw in the towel. All right? You might be knocked down, but you ain't knocked out. Get back up and tell somebody, I'm in the fight, and I already know that I'm a champion, and I'm going to win. Be not weary in well-doing, for in due season, yes, that's coming right now, walk in your season. In due season, you shall reap. It is yours. You are a victor. You are a victor. You have the victory. In due season, you shall reap. But you got to hold on. You can't faint. You can't give up. I see you in my due season. God bless you.